but
Whose channel's live right
no,
now?
he went live.
Who went live?
Hey.
nice.
Fried Dice.
We went live?
Yes! Come on! We went live! And we're live!
Well, I got a commercial.
Good.
What?
Good morning, everyone. How is everyone doing? If you're here already, thank you so much for coming down. Really appreciate it. Let's get started with introductions. I am Josh, also known as the other Josh Art, and I DM for Fried Dice Paradice, and today we'll be doing a Candyland one-shot. And just to have everyone introduce themselves, let's start with, let's just go from left to right to keep it simple. Right, guys? So, Rorik, tell everyone a little bit about yourself and what you do in the TwitchNet.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Rorik too. I do a lot of RPG content. Lots of maps and whatnot, but I've also been playing some video games lately. Just beat Celeste, so trying to find something new to play. And yeah. Some upcoming MTG stuff with the new release also.
Ooh,
Is it still working?
very exciting.
Is it still working? I'm sorry, I'm not...
I don't know.
Yep.
Yep. You're just asking
good.
if it's working on.
Panic averted, I found it. Sorry.
Yeah. So I just linked it up in chat that you can follow his Twitch and his Discord if you type in that command. And feel free to join, especially if you really like D&D content. Well, feel free to join any of these guys if you like D&D content.
Because this is the fourth of four one shots, and we each did one on our own channel.
Yeah. I really enjoyed your Celeste run. What's the next upcoming game?
I was just introduced to Dead by Daylight, so I might be playing some of that.
Oh no.
For indie game, I think it's going to be 2064 Read Only Memories. It seems more narrative and whatnot, more my style, because platformers were not my style. Yeah, Celeste was a challenge, but a good one.
You still grinded through it though.
Yeah.
Those long, what was your longest session? 10 hours, was it?
Yeah, 10 and a half.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that was for a good part of the game. I was trying to beat it before Clark, and he beat me that night by doing his own 10-hour stream. So I'm like, I could give it 10 hours, see how close I get, and I did not do it. So he wins on a couple of counts. He played on keyboard, and I had to go to controller. So yeah, a couple different things.
I tried
No
a bit
one
of it
won,
on
really.
keyboard.
No one won.
No.
All right. Zotomo, what do you do in the Twitch world?
Pretty much same as everybody else. I do some D&D world building and kind of homebrew stuff, but also play some other games when I'm not up for being creative that day, if I'm too tired. But yeah, come check it out. Lots of world building and things. I don't make maps. I'm not cool enough, but do lots of other stuff. So
First thing that I really enjoy is that you and Rorik both do Ironsworn stuff.
yeah.
One of
So
the few people I
Ironsworn-
know who did it. Yeah. Is it up on YouTube
Sorry.
yet?
Most of my Ironsworn is on YouTube. I have the last episode or so I haven't done yet, but it's all on YouTube as well.
Cool. And the second thing I enjoy is when you play Overcooked with your wife, and it's just soup's adorable.
Thank
Did
you.
you guys beat it last night?
No, we didn't. The boss is really hard, and we kind of got really salty and decided it was best to just stop. So, yeah, but yeah.
Cool beans. Yeah, in case you didn't notice already, we're all D&D streamers, basically.
Yes.
That's how we met. Last but certainly not least, Clarky, what do you do in the Twitch streams?
Hello, how's it going? What do I do in the Twitch streams? I do basically the same as everyone else. I make lots of homebrew content. We do some fun creating things together on my channel, and I also specialize in being better than Rorik at indie games. If you'd like to see people running games faster than Rorik, then this is the channel to come to. I will try and do my best to fulfill these promises that I'm making. I do lots of fun things, and we're building a little fun community, and I make a lot of Candyland stuff. So this is going to be a very interesting one-shot for me to play in, because hopefully I can nick some ideas maybe later on the line. But yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, in fact, the whole reason why I'm doing Candyland is because of when I watched Clark streams, and I really wanted to do. He mentioned casually, "Oh, if you ever did a Candyland thing, I'd totally love to play it." And then after that, I was just like, "Yes,
It was written in the stars.
I shall make something."
It was a beautiful moment, wasn't it? When everything everything happened. Yeah, it was great.
And now we're in part 4 of a 4-part series, and I'm to be honest, I'm surprised that it has passed so quickly. These guys are all great DMs. I believe all our one-shots will be up on YouTube eventually. And when they're up, you can definitely check out their channels and their Discords, and we'll post it there. And we'll most probably share it on our own Discords and channels as well, because we're inside it, right? And they're really fun guys. I really hope that you guys enjoy their company as much as I do. And I think other than that, we can get started. Any last words?
Do we need to tell people about our characters?
Yes. Don't worry,
as far as YouTube goes, mine is at the same name. Is the rest of yours at the same name? If you want to check out our YouTubes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah. So our YouTubes are all the same name as basically our Twitch name. So you can just search it on the YouTube algorithm, and it should be there as well. Yeah, we'll introduce our characters in game when they meet the person who's giving you the quest.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
All right. Cool beans. Just to double check, you guys all have Roll20 open just in case?
I believe so.
Okay, cool.
What, to roll on, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my no, not to roll on. For I just want to give you items there if ever.
Okay. Mine's loading, but it's being slow. But
Okay.
we'll get there. Don't worry.
It'll just be text anyway, so I can just copy paste it if ever.
Okay. Cool.
Before we get started, thank you guys so much for coming down. If you enjoy everything, do give us a follow or give any of these boys a follow. Really appreciate it. Never necessary. And yeah, my players think I'm a really evil DM, but I swear I'm nice.
Said the evil DM.
Said the evil DM.
Yeah. Well,
So
I've seen your
how many
streams
people-
that
how many-
you've been advertising about? Help me kill my PCs. So I.
Yeah, how
What
many
are you
episodes
talking about?
versus how many deaths have you had?
6 episodes, 2 deaths.
Ooh, that's quite high. That's
pretty
quite
good,
high.
pretty good.
Just saying, that's quite high.
Well, the 2
Just
deaths
saying.
were in the first episode, so I'm slowly decreasing. The
So you're reformed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so let's start the adventure. Yeah.
Sure.
It starts off with, let's say, like a camera zooming in, looking at this gummy kingdom. There are candy snakes. The buildings are made of various forms of candy of varying colors. We hear the theme, "Where in the world is Sarmen Candyego?" playing in the background. And we see the players running here and there, fighting monsters and collecting goods. And when the theme song finishes, we begin to zoom in on the Gummi Bear King's castle. We begin the adventure where we see an adorable party of 3 candy people. Can we just have a quick description of your individual characters, and if you want, what class and what race, original and the new candy version? So let's go the other way. Let's start with Clarky.
Okay. My name's Bertie Bassett. I am a tough fighter. I come from the back ends of the Candy Kingdom, and I occasionally get a bit rough, but I just like to get a job done. That's how it goes with me. I'm a fighter by nature and by trade, and also I am a dwarf. I don't actually know what I've become as a candy person. Do I know?
If it wasn't already clear enough, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
I'm Bertie Bassett.
After that, we have Zotomo and Madam Miss Claire Leroux.
Yeah. Hello, my name is Claire Leroux. She is I forget which. She's technically a water genasi for the D&D characters, but I had her originally as a caramel kind of race in order to be able to transform into things, but I think maybe saltwater taffy may be better. Now that I chose water genasi as the actual race to use, so I think I'm gonna go with that. But yeah, she is a druid class.
Okay. Last but not least, we have Rorik. What are you playing?
I am playing Bun G. She is mechanically a halfling cleric, but in Candyland she's a small as in a halfling small cinnamon bun.
Which is the most adorable thing ever.
Yeah, got some glasses. She's a big little old lady vibes.
What class is she playing?
Cleric.
Yeah. So we have a fighter, and druid, and a cleric. Cool beans. So we zoom back into this candy castle, this gummy castle, and we see you all walking into a Brobdingnagian candy castle, the residence of the Gummi Bear King. We enter his main chamber where he sits on his throne, and he has called you all here for a quest. You all walk up to him, flanked by various guards of various kinds of candies, all wearing like hard case candy armor. And the king stands up and he raises one of his gummy paws and he goes, "Welcome to the Gummi Bear Kingdom. You three have been recommended to me by my advisors, the Circle of the Mint Rings. I have many who compete against me, such as the Candy Apples Arena, the Lemon Drop Lord, and the Tunku of Twinkies. However, my greatest competitor, the world-renowned thief, Sarmen Candyego, has caused me to lose every annual elemental pie-making competition by stealing my most prized ingredients before I can get them into the kitchen and use them for my own concoctions. I have no better way of collecting these ingredients than to ask you three, renowned adventurers, to help me collect these ingredients and keep them from Sarmen. Are you willing and capable?"
Oh yeah.
Exactly, my lord. We'll do whatever it takes, I promise you.
As long as the pay is good, I'm good.
We will be paying you 1,000 golden candy pieces each, and we'll provide you with a magical item of your choice each at the end of this. Is that payment sufficient?
Oui, it will do.
Sounds mighty fine to me.
Thank you very much. There are 3 ingredients that I need. I already have an abundance of fire gumdrop. We plant those in the garden in the back. We'll provide you with some if you wish. I need 3 more ingredients. The first one, air gumdrop. Then water gumdrop. And last but certainly not least, earth gumdrop. So, you will need to find Glucose Lad. He is in the darkest chocolate alleyway of Little Durian. That's where most of the Durians stay. Not saying that they are sour, but we have to be wary of assassins and thieves.
Glucosled is one of my top spies. Do you have any questions for me?
What kind of gumdrops were those?
We're looking for water, air, and earth.
And then he walks over to one of the guards and he like taps him and then just like waves his hand forward. And I will give you guys your first item for today, which is fire gumdrop. So for audience who can't see it, fire gumdrop is it's like a potion. If you guys consume it as a bonus action, you can exhale fire. If that sounds familiar, it basically functions like a potion of fire breathing. And you may instead rub this gumdrop on your skin and you become immune to fire. However, it becomes super itchy and you have the poison condition. So you have a choice between the two. And he gives you guys one piece each. All right.
All right.
Cool. And then he walks over to another more well-dressed guard and he's like,
Good. Give me the magical equipment that I wish to provide to them. I'm not sure if it'll be useful, but hopefully you guys enjoy these.
and he's gonna give you guys 3 items, which you guys can distribute between yourselves. And I'll just show you guys. So basically, it's an immovable rod, a lucky stone, I believe it's lucky stone, and a hat of disguise, reflavored to be an immovable caramel rod, a lucky charm marshmallow, and a hat of candy molding. So you guys can discuss with each other who keeps what.
Alright, these are some tasty goodies. Well, this should certainly help us. Right, well,
What's this one do?
should we pass these out when we
have
need
to
them?
read them.
We've got a lovely hat. I'm sure, Claire, this would look lovely on you, darling. And perhaps we could all just share the other things around.
I do not mind the hat. It looks wearable, I guess. I do not need the charm. I do not need luck. I am good. I am skilled. Luck is beneath me. You can have it. You're a whatever you are. I forget what is Bertie again?
Bertie's
He's
a fighter.
literally a Brady Bassett. Yeah. Oh, his
I meant
class.
like a race.
I mean, yeah, like the little thing on the licorice all sorts. He's that little guy who wears the top hat, and I couldn't find a top hat, so
Okay.
this is
This
what
is
we're going for.
licorice.
Yeah.
Is there any other questions?
Only when we can begin, good sir. I think we should get started immediately. Perhaps.
Sorry, my whiteboard just fell.
That's all right. Perhaps, good king, you could point us in the right direction.
Yep. And then he waves at another guard, and then the guard brings out a map, and then they like serve it to you guys.
Thank you very much, Governor. All right. Right, chaps, should we be on our way?
Best of luck, and may the candy be ever in your favor.
All right, and all that. Right, off we pop.
Oh yes. Let's get going.
Okay,
Yeah.
so as you guys start heading towards Little Durian, you see the candy begins to shift from the bright pinks and reds and yellows and so on and so forth to darker chocolates and the occasional white chocolate. And then you notice that it's not lit very well here because fire melts the chocolate, so they tend to keep away from it. And even though it's the middle of the day, at least, it's pretty dull here. But again, you guys look for the darkest chocolate alleyway you can find, and you guys head there. And hiding behind a chocolate bin, you see a small man kind of smoking a cigarette or a cigar, a candy cigar, and he's like, you can see him shaking already because it's kind of cold here. And he pale skin, as if he's made of sugar.
Pure sugar.
Can we go and introduce ourselves to this fellow?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, mate. I see you're outside having a ciggy. Perhaps you've got one to spare for a fellow friend.
He takes a small candy casing, he pops it out. It looks like candy cane, and then he hands it over to you, and then he looks. Are you the party that the party that the king sent? As he hands you one of the sticks.
I'll take one of the sticks. The one and truly. Hopefully you've got some info for us, buddy.
It's not gonna be an easy quest. So the first thing is the air gumdrops. You have to convince the cotton candy dragon to breathe into this bottle, and he passes you this small bottle. He's like, when it breathes inside, it will solidify into air gumdrops.
Oh.
The second, you need to look for Gino Champurrado, or for easy namesake, he's Mr. Chocolate. Mr. Chocolate. Yeah, Mr. Chocolate Porridge. Yeah. He has the best earth gumdrops around. The king won't accept any lower quality stuff. He runs a pretty sick circus called the Cirque du Sucre. Yeah. He's pretty crazy, man. So like, he might make you do some crazy stuff to like get some. Lastly, what's the last one? Water gumdrop, was it?
That's right,
Water.
mister.
Yeah, that's the. Have you heard of the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man.
Of
He
course.
lives by
Who
Drury
has
Lane.
not heard of the Muffin Man?
The one on Drury Lane?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I've heard of
So you
him.
guys know.
Yeah.
And then he takes out this parchment out of his pocket. He unfolds it, and you see it's the map of the kingdom, and it has all the locations. And he's like, don't share this with no one, lest Sarmen gets her hands on it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, we wouldn't want that, would we? All right. Thank you very much for your time, buddy. I think we should probably... Is there anything else we should know before we set off on this dangerous task?
Well, stay safe, my friends. The dragon, you'll need to tame it at least. Don't think you can fight it. Those things are scary.
All right, we'll do our best. All right. Now, have we got any bottles to start this off with?
Bottles?
Well, obviously we're going to need some bottles to have the dragon breathe into, aren't we? Otherwise, what do you want me to do? Store it in my mouth? I can't be having that, can I?
I only have that one bottle that he passed just now.
Oh dear, we're going to have to sort that out, aren't we? All right.
Only if you break the bottle.
Then I think we're in a lot of trouble.
Then don't break the bottle, man.
Alrighty.
You oof.
Well,
Give it to me. I will make sure it does not break.
in
Just
fairness,
take it from you.
yeah, in fairness, Claire, this is probably a good idea. I'm not very good with delicate things. I'm more good at breaking things, you see. But, you know, a leopard can change its spots.
You're gonna need that skill, man. Yeah.
Alrighty. Okay. Right. First stop. Perhaps we stop off somewhere where we can pick up some bottles, and then who fancies taming a dragon, eh? Could be a bit of fun.
Oh, it couldn't be too hard.
The bottle is special. It's really expensive to make, so I don't think you can purchase just any bottle. It needs to be that one.
All right, just the one bottle then. All right, mister. I was just trying to help you out, but all right. Whatever suits you, buddy. All right, should we go then?
Yes, we are wasting time. Let us go.
Exactly, Claire. I've always thought you were intelligent. I'll be honest with you. Right.
You're not stupid after all.
Okay.
Good luck.
So I guess are we really going to go to the dragon first?
Well, I mean, I can go wherever you want. I just thought that was what was presented to us first, so.
Oh, I guess, yeah. So,
I'll
do you
go
know
wherever.
anything? Do you two know anything about this cotton candy dragon? I have only heard rumors. I do not know much.
I think from what the bloke said, it's probably some kind of dragon. I don't want to make any presumptions, but it is highly likely that it could fly and or breathe stuff. I think we should consider this before we go headstrong into it, if you know what I mean.
I'm in the presence of a genius.
I've always thought so,
Okay.
Claire. Thank you very much for saying so.
Let's go. And we just kind of, I guess we'd start off on the journey. How far away is the mountain or whatever the place this dragon is?
So the cotton candy dragon was last seen in a grove that is about 3 to 4 hours from here. It's at the edge of the kingdom, nearer to the forest. Yeah. So are you guys heading there first?
I guess so.
Let's do
So
it.
as you guys start walking, if you guys want to have any conversations, feel free to have them. But as you guys approach the edge of the town, you see the lollipop forest, right? Various colors ranging from cola browns to those swirly reds and whites to oddly green and purple lollipop trees as well. You follow the map, and with enough survival, I guess, right? That's the skill that is in D&D. You guys see this small lake, and in the distance, you do see what appears to be a young cotton candy dragon, licking itself, dipping its fingers in the cola pond, and drinking said cola.
Okay, could I perhaps have a look around and see whether I can make out any bigger dragons around?
Go ahead and make a perception check. First roll of the day.
Yeah, let's get this this nut one out of the way, should we? Okay, here we go. Sorry. 17.
Nice. Sadly, it seems to be alone.
That is not natural.
Or
A
fortunately,
dragon
if we're
like this?
or fortunately, perhaps it's better that we tame a smaller one rather than a bigger one. Or perhaps I've had a
That might
dog,
be nicer to.
so
Might,
I could take the lead on this. If actually no. In fairness, no. Go on.
here, I'll approach it.
Okay, so you begin to approach it. It doesn't immediately go into like a aggressive pose. It's more like, you know, when a dog sees a squirrel, so like it goes like that, and then it's a knee, and it looks at you, and it stops moving for a moment.
Careful, you fool.
Yeah,
Let's walk up to it.
and
Ooh,
it
sweet
begins to
child.
slowly walk up to you guys. Okay, and
Oh,
to
I
keep
hold my
this
hand out to
simple, to keep this simple and obvious as you begin to hold your hand up to it, we'll run this as a skill challenge.
it. Ooh.
Yeah.
So it's gonna sound really difficult, okay, but let's explain it first. So 9 successes.
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm.
However, every failure that you have, it'll bite you.
Ah.
Nice. Okay.
All
cool.
right. So we'll just go around the table. So since Bun G is here first, let's start with Bun G then.
Cool. Yeah, so I'm gonna walk up to it and use my insight to try to like offer the hand, but like, is it willing? Is it, try to get a feel for it as as I cautiously approach this kind of creature.
I'll go ahead and roll.
11.
What did you roll, by the way? For what
Insight.
skill? Insight. All right. So 11 just fails. So I'm gonna roll
wait,
to see
Wait,
if it.
here's the thing. We
Yep.
didn't suss out who has the marshmallow or not.
The lucky marshmallow.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you to have it
Ah.
for this.
Well, I to be fair, I say we should have Josh roll 50-50.
Okay.
Yeah, that
Because there
makes
were two
sense.
items that we didn't
Yeah.
split.
No, fair enough.
Obviously, me picking it now is picking it.
So
with some
1
information,
to
so.
10, 1 to 10 will be Bun G, and 11 to 20 will be Bertie.
Bun G and Bertie.
And I rolled 9, so that's
Is it good?
that's
Bungie.
that's yours,
Cool.
Bun G.
Awesome.
So
That would-
12 just succeeds.
Oh,
Yeah,
coming
Awesome.
in clutch,
And it's-
Bun G.
being nice here because 9 is a lot, and I don't want you guys to die on the dragon.
Not a baby dragon, at least. Like.
Yeah, another baby dragon for sure. So
Baby
yeah, you
dragons are
guys
still
have-
dragons, though. It's the problem.
Mhm.
So you guys
They
have
are.
1 success.
They're still categorically dragons.
Who wants to go up next?
Claire, if you've got anything, then I'll be happy to let you have a go.
Yeah. So Bungie is as it comes, like, oh, be cautious though. I'm concerned it might hurt us if we act
As
too
with
quickly.
any beast, one must be very cautious, very calm. And she'll kind of like give some advice about, in general, how to handle animals as a druid. So she's going to make an animal handling
All right.
check.
I'm kind of guessing that at this point, the Concan dragon seems to be quite friendly at this point, and it's like rubbing its chin against your hand, Bun G.
26.
I don't know if that passes or not,
It's close.
but yeah. So you're giving advice, and it seems to be working, right? Bun G, you are, it is putting more and more of its neck into your arms, and it's beginning to really get closer to you. Cool. Bertie.
Yes. And as like Bertie tries to approach, Claire is just going to be like, one moment, and she'll like, just like touch you barely, like, and cast guidance.
Nice.
Okay,
Nice.
all right.
So you add a D4 to your roll
Oh man, that's probably so needed right now.
if you need it. So.
I can
Well,
choose
actually-
afterwards, can't I? I can choose afterwards whether I want it.
Yeah. And actually, for the next couple rolls you make, probably. So.
Oh, sweet. Dude, that's going to come in handy. Okay, I am going to kind of approach it or a little bit and just kind of like look at the markings on it and see if I can see if I recognize anything kind of historically about dragons as a whole beasts that perhaps could help me best tame this beautiful creature and kind of help me stroke it and tame it as best I could.
Hey, go ahead and roll your history, I believe.
Yeah. That is a natural 1.
Oh no. Okay,
Uh,
so so as soon as you try to touch it, for some reason the anatomy that you remember from the books you've read is a little bit off. You don't know whether it's the book that you read or if it was you. But does a 16 hit you?
No.
16 doesn't hit you.
No.
Okay, so its head immediately snaps as if to bite you, but you manage to just dodge out of the way.
Whoa. I'm sorry, buddy. I thought that was your tail. Obviously the books that I read were obviously for perverts. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry about that.
Yeah, and it's just baring its teeth at you. And then you see a bit of wisps of cotton candy begin to like fly out of its mouth. All right.
Perhaps, fellas, and lady, of course. I should be nearer the back this time because I'm obviously not very good with these dragons.
Perhaps that is a good idea.
I don't know what gave it away personally, but obviously, it's afraid of my masculinity. So yeah, I'll take a back seat for the moment.
I believe both Rorik and Zotomo are both playing Lady Candies.
Oh, are they? My apologies.
Yeah.
I thought Bun G was a boy's name.
Oh.
It's Bun
she's
Space
old
G.
lady.
Oh,
yeah.
Bun Space G.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
terribly sorry.
G is the middle initial.
I see.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
All right. Whoever wants to go next.
So we're
Bun G.
back to Horik, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to go up, and I'm going to try to like see if the perhaps the creature is injured or not. It just made a snap at Bertie, so that's often a retaliation.
Medicine
or
check, is that what you're aiming for?
I'm aiming for you.
All right, go ahead and roll for medicine.
11. Which
With the plus
History.
1?
yeah, I rolled a 4 instead of a 5 this time.
Yeah, we'll see. You begin to caress it around the neck, trying to like calm it down, right? And then in a freak accident, it rolled 24 to hit. You accidentally hit what appears to be some kind of wound,
Mhm.
and then it in a reaction, it just snaps its mouth at you. 24 hits, so I rolled average, so it's 11 points of piercing damage as it bites you, and then you feel the wisps of sugar burn on those wounds, and you take 7 sugary damage.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
7 sugar damage.
Yeah, and it just
Yeah.
snaps on you, and it hurts, and it burns for a moment, but it just continue caressing, and it slowly releases as you realize
Mhm,
that
mhm.
where its
Oh,
wound
made a
is.
bad move. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Claire Leroux, you're up next.
Let's see. So yeah.
And then
So
Bertie, you're
maybe
after that.
yeah. Maybe she is just going to. Let's see. Yeah. Perhaps we need to give it something to relax. There must be something it can eat besides you around here.
Perhaps I could maybe use my survival instincts and find something. I'm quite good at that kind of thing. If
Okay.
if that's
So maybe she'll use a nature check to just maybe look around and see what might be good for him to go get.
Okay.
So I roll nature and 16.
Right. So immediately you look around, and your druid senses come to fruition. Everything you've been studying or figuring out your entire druid life, no matter how you figure out all this information that you know as a druid, you find a bunch of these really dark purple berries, and while it looks like it might be poisonous, you know for sure that the tint is just nice, that the poison hasn't settled in yet, and it makes a really sweet and amazing berry. It's like the puffer fish of berries in this world, right? So you manage to take a few and you use it to feed this cotton candy dragon, and it seems to really enjoy the berries. So we're at 3 out of 9 successes.
All right. Obviously, Claire, that was brilliant. I'll give you all credit for that. Perhaps we could tame it by getting it some more food. I could possibly try and slash some fish out of the lake that we're next to, and feed the baby it some food that could do it some good.
Go ahead and roll your survival.
I rolled a 21.
Nice.
Yeah, survival.
Yeah, so what weapon do you have, by the way?
I have a longsword, I believe. Yeah, I do.
So you start using your longsword as a little spear, and you start stabbing into the coke, and it's really thick, right? Like coke is almost completely opaque, but you manage to see those little wisps of movement, and you're stabbing up these cola fish, and you begin slowly but cautiously approaching the cotton candy dragon, and yeah, it seems to enjoy this coke fish.
Good.
Bun G, you're up next.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a moment as Bertie's fishing, and we've learned some things about the cotton candy dragon. I'll just take another look around, make sure no potential predators or maybe mom or dad are coming around.
Is that a perception check?
Perception, yeah. Here I am looking where to roll on my computer. I've got dice. 10. It's a
Is it your
countdown
dice?
now.
Time to put that one in the bin. Get a new one.
Yeah.
Getting a new one.
Put it in the dice jail.
Yeah.
Okay, I rolled pretty low. Does a 12 hit?
It does not.
Okay.
No.
So
Bun GB has a thick armor of icing.
all right, yeah. So it snaps onto the armor and just like unmoving, and you just see like it bites, and then you go back to caressing it, and it slowly loosens around your armor again. So, Claire, Loru, you are up next.
So we have to get it to breathe into the bottle, right? Yeah. So how do we do that? Have we used insight yet? Or
I think
Bun G has used
we
insight.
did. Yeah.
okay, he used insight and he used perception. Okay.
Yeah.
With 9 of them, there's not that many skills you.
Yeah, not many left. I'm pushing your
yeah.
buttons.
Yeah, I think. I mean, it's been eating and as well as biting Bun G, so maybe she tries to whisper to it to persuade it to do what we want.
What do you say?
Like you are such a good little dragon. These oafs are annoying, I know, but you could always show us what you can do. Maybe a little into the bottle. No,
Oh, I love that. Go ahead and roll for persuasion.
something. I'm not very good at this. Let's see how it goes.
The
Oh,
rolling?
nat 20.
Nice. Okay, so I'll count the net 20 as 2.
The D&D Beyond logo came up, and I didn't know what that was, and I was like, "Oh, wait a minute, is this a 1 or a 20?" So little
Yeah,
heart
and
attack
just
there for a
just
second.
like a dog that has found its master, right? It begins cuddling up to both you, Bun G and Claire Leroux, and like I forgot to explain how big it is. It's like maybe 6 feet long, so it's a pretty massive. If it were a dog, it'd be a pretty massive dog, but of course we know it's a Durgan. Bertie, you're up next.
I'd like to take the dragon into a warm embrace, and I'm hoping that because it is such a big dragon that I could perhaps use my athletic ability to wrap up one of its massive paws in my arms and just gently stroke it.
What skill are you looking at?
Athletics?
It is pretty heavy, so yeah, let's try that out.
$17.
All right. So yeah, you managed to yank its paw up, and then it bares its teeth for a moment, and then you quickly start stroking the paw, and then it slowly goes back to cuddling with Bun G and Claire, and it leaves its paw in your arms. Your heart rates are increasing. It's starting to feel just a little bit tense as you guys are really close. So, Bun G, what do you do in attempt to get this dragon to breathe into the bottle?
Bungie or Benji?
Bun G.
Bungie.
Bun G.
Well, there's no Benji.
Have we used persuasion?
Yes, we have. We're like halfway through the list already, so
Yeah.
it should be your
Looking
pretty
at-
bad skills at this point.
Oh, it sure
Stealth.
is.
Religion. You might be good at religion something, but I don't know. Is there a ritual we need for this?
L Dragon
History.
Taming Ritual. I already tried
Yeah.
history.
Oh, did you try history?
Yeah. Oh, I think I
I
did.
can't
yeah.
remember what we've done. Arcana,
All the slightly
magic.
more, all the slightly more like kind of beefy ones I can do, but I just was saving them for last because they're kind of like aggressive ones.
Hmm.
But like things like intimidation and
Yeah.
I guess
Have we used performance yet?
We haven't
No.
actually.
Okay. Well,
interpretive dance for the dragon, please.
yeah. No, I think Bun G B is gonna sing a bit of a lullaby.
Okay.
Yeah. So she'll try to lull the beast with song.
Can like just a gentle tear escape my eye as
13.
Bun starts singing.
Oh, you barely succeed by 2 points. Okay. So yeah, you begin to sing to it, and at this point, Claire Leroux most probably takes into account what's happening as you see the dragon begin to tap its eyes, and then you like press it in the parts of its face where it just suddenly like, and then it snorts out a breath, and at that point, Claire Leroux most probably just catches the breath, immediately stoppers it. At this point, Bertie's holding another Coke fish, and he's like, oh, like as if he still wants to hand it to the dragon as well. But yeah, your bottle fills up, and then you see the cotton candy begin to coalesce into a single yellowy gumdrop at the bottom of this bottle, and the bottle lights up a pink before it slowly fades, and then you see the gumdrop inside.
Wow, we did it! Congratulations, ladies.
Now,
And now you
Good
guys
work,
had
everyone.
a dragon in your
Yes.
lap.
yeah.
That was, as I've been practicing, Très Magnifique, Claire. I thought that was excellent. Well, we've got, perhaps we can keep it as a pet now. It might help. Do you think this is a good idea?
A dragon is not a pet. It is a dragon. You fool.
Oh, yeah, of course, of course.
Toss the fish over there. It will chase it, and we can go.
I was hoping to have this one for myself, but yeah, of course, yeah, no, you're right, you're right.
Disgusting.
Yes, of course. And then I'll just I'll flick it over.
All right, where do you guys want to head to next?
I think maybe
Wait,
we'll just
quick
go in
question.
order.
How do you guys put down the cotton candy dragon?
I don't know. I picture he just like tosses the fish
With a
and it just
gun.
sees
Hoping
it
that it
like a
just
dog
leaves.
and chases it. Yeah.
Does it not?
At this point, it's
Yeah.
starting to take a nap and it just curls up. So most probably you guys
Yeah.
managed to put it down gently.
Yeah. I'll as you're about to toss it. Oh no, don't do that. And I'll grab it and just nuzzle it next to the dragon so it can.
Either
Like a soother as a baby goes to sleep, just suck on the fish.
Either that, or I'm just gonna drop the immovable rod on its head, and then we can skedaddle.
Oh man, I really love this like granny aesthetic that you have with this dragon. Right. So where
Sweet
you
little
guys
baby.
heading to next?
She's an old dragon lady, right? Not an old cat lady. Just got lots of little
Old
dragons
dragon
around her, just like
Yeah.
petting them, like. Oh.
Was it the circus that you guys wanted to head to next, or the Muffin Man's place?
I feel like we could do with some circus action, or some light entertainment.
Yeah, what was the circus action named again? I liked it, but-
Cirque de Shikar? Is that
Cirque
what
de
it was?
Sucre. Yeah.
Yeah.
yes.
Sucre, that's
Cirque
what
de
it is.
Sucre. Cirque de Sucre.
So, yeah, it takes a couple of hours as you guys head over to. It's actually a moving circus, but right now they're in one of the massive promenades in this kingdom. Luckily, not that too far away from you guys. And as you approach, you see it's mostly colored with purples and browns. So yeah, purples and browns because it's like chocolate, and purple is very royal. And you see it's lined with golds, and it's a massive tent. And as you guys approach, you see like candy people like punching each other outside, and then every time they hit each other, they start laughing. And then as you continue walking, there's this like half coke fish bodied woman, and then the top half is candy people. And then you see this giant chocolate man with 6 arms, and then he's lifting up these heavy chocolate bars. And as you enter the tent of this circus, you see it's utter chaos. The clowns are chasing each other everywhere. The tight ropes, you see these circus acts on unicycles going back and forth with trumpets that explode in fire. And in the middle, you see this massive humanoid creature, and he's wearing very, very thick, hard chocolate armor, and he's like muscular, standing in the middle. And he looks like he's most probably fitting of the description of Jino O Champurado, or the chocolate porridge man, Mr. Chocolate Porridge.
Delicious.
Oh, there are certainly some interesting characters in here, aren't there? Let's stick close together because I don't think we should get lost around here. It could be.
Oh.
I don't want to end up getting eaten by some massive coke fish thing. All right.
That's probably safe. Just stick with me and I'll like rub the back of your back and.
Thank you. It's a
I'm
very,
small
it's a
and
very,
reaching up.
very stressful time for me. I've always been afraid of the circus, so I'm currently finding this very stressful and tense as well. I find particularly terrifying. So this fabric around here is seriously messing with my my state of mind. But yeah. So perhaps we'll go and have a conversation with the big cheese or big chocolate porridge.
Yes. Say he is not cheese.
Yeah. No. I'm sorry. Yeah. Excuse my language. Yeah. So we'll go up and have a chat with him then.
Right. So, as you walk up to him, first thing he does is he looks at you, and then he just flexes like, and then he lets out a huge growl, and then you see the plate armor like raise up for a bit, and then he comes it down. And he's like, "Welcome to my circus."
Oh my, he's so strong.
And yeah, he's like, his helmet has like horns, so it looks like a minotaur in a way.
Certainly a beefy dude. All right. Well, he seems fairly reasonable. Perhaps we could just ask him if he knows where the where we can find this next gun drop. Excuse me, Mr. Chocolate Porridge. I've been told your name is. Oh, I see. I'm sorry. My pronunciation isn't very good. But me and my lovely friends here. We've come in search of a gumdrop. We're on a missionado for the gumdrop king himself. So perhaps we could you could tell us where we could find some of them, if that would be all right.
You're here for some of my gumdrops. I will provide you some if you provide me with a performance. I want someone to fight each other. Give me a fight. Yeah.
Oh. I
Well,
see.
Oh.
Bertie here
Finally
is quite good at
something-
fighting.
Yeah.
Well, yes, ladies, but I
We
would
both
like,
look at you.
Yeah. Well, we've got one of those.
I would just like to say, ladies, that I am really afraid of the circus, so this will be a task for me. But yeah, I'm sure I could perhaps do some fighting, but perhaps if you could bless me with some of your guidance, Claire, like you did before, that might help me, just with going about it, if you know what I mean. But yes, Monsieur Porridge, I would very much like to help you out, and therefore, I will be performing a fight.
Who will you fight? Which one of these two? And then he flexes, and then he points at Claire with one of his elbows, and he points at Bun G with his other elbow.
Oh snap! I didn't think you meant one of them.
Yes.
I thought.
This one.
I was there thinking that we'd actually be fighting someone else. I'm not really comfortable with hitting one of my friends. You see.
Oh yeah, you're quite strong. Why can't he fight you?
Oh well, let's not be too silly, Bun. He wouldn't want to fight me. Perhaps one of the smaller children outside might be a better fit.
Oh, come on. He is just a big piece of chocolate. You can't take him, right? No?
Oh dear. Oh, ladies, I think this is how I end up in a whole lot of trouble.
Oh, don't worry. I'll if you get hurt, I can fix you right up.
Oh, fiddlesticks. All right.
Give me a fight, and then I'll give you all the earth gumdrops you need, depending on how great your performance is, of course. But give me a fight.
Oh snap. All right. Okay. Mr. Chocolate Porridge, I would like to challenge you to a duel, and then I'd like to just kind of Wave my
Yeah,
fist
okay.
like it.
Okay, and then he's like, why aren't your friends fighting? And then he raises up his fists and he's like, yeah, you hit me first.
Okay. Unarmed strikes?
Yeah.
Oh dear, I'm gonna get so massively messed up by this. This is gonna be so
old
bad for me.
fisticuffs.
It's gonna be so bad for me.
Yeah, put him up.
That is a oh, it didn't pop up. That is a 13 to hit for me.
So you punch him in the face, right?
Yeah.
Where his helmet is, and then your hand just sticks, and then it doesn't move at all. And then he's like, how can I give you any earth gumdrops if you punch like that? And
Well-
then he attempts to
snap.
swing back at you
Okay.
for 16.
It's a miss.
Doesn't hit, right?
Yeah, it's a miss.
So he swings wide. I'd say you're more likely to like dodge it than to tank it. Right?
Sorry, I'm wearing
he's like,
chainmail, so
At least you're nimble. Let's do this.
all right, fella. I'm this time. I'm gonna can I go in for like a headbutt instead, just to mix it up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go
Okay.
ahead.
That is a a 27 to hit.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, that hits.
Gonna be a sweet, sweet Glaswegian kiss. He's about to be at the end. One of them.
What's the total damage?
Oh, the damage? I didn't
It's
roll
just
damage
one
before.
plus your strength. Yeah, it's just 1 plus your strength.
So 4.
4 damage. All right. So you headbutt him, and this time you feel a crunch under the helmet as it moves back when you headbutt him, and he's like, "Yes, that's the fun part." And then he's gonna try and
Did my forehead stick to his forehead? Just out of interest.
yeah, for a moment, right?
Oh, okay, yeah. I just
Yeah,
wanted to see whether we were
and then
stuck
he-
there, just look into each other's eyes.
Peel it off.
Then yanks it off, and then he tries to get you into a chokehold.
Strength v strength.
Yeah.
Or is it
But I
just a
think he
strength
rolls
save
pretty,
for me?
Go ahead and roll for athletics.
Athletics.
Yeah.
Am I still inspired, by the way, or not? Probably not.
Blessed.
Oh no.
I don't think you are.
Probably
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, it ended a long time ago.
Okay, yeah. So 12.
12. I rolled a 26,
Oh,
and then and then he grapples you, and he turns you around, and he starts putting you in chokehold, and he's like rubbing your head, and then he's like, you, and he points at Claire with his lips like that, and then he goes, make it look pretty.
Make what look pretty?
make me look pretty. Well, I suppose you could.
Yeah, if you want to do anything,
Uh,
you can, but not. It'll just be back to Bertie.
Maybe I will cast. She'll cast. She's like, and she'll cast fairy fire on him.
Yes. Okay.
Make him glow.
Can you make a performance check just to see how good it is?
Performance. Okay.
Yeah.
A natural 1.
Natural one. He's like,
She is so not into this. She's just like,
Yeah. Or it's just like too sparkly.
yeah.
yeah. So
And
wait,
then-
fairy fire is 20-foot cube. I guess it will light them. I guess it'll light them both up
Both,
because
yeah.
I can't do one only.
Yeah.
They have to make a dex saving throw against
Um,
15.
He can choose to fail, right? Like if he doesn't care.
Oh yeah, I guess you can just choose to fail.
Oh,
Yeah.
got a 15.
Oh,
Oh.
save.
Yeah. So
Yeah, nice.
while Bertie manages to dodge the fairy fire, he's like holding him in a chokehold, and he's just like, ugh, doesn't match my armor. Okay, and then yeah, Bertie, if you want to do anything.
Can I try and get out of this chokehold? Would probably
Yeah,
be
go ahead.
preferable for my character. What is it? Another athletics check or is it a strength check?
It'll be athletics. Yeah.
Athletics.
You need to beat 15, I believe. Yes.
Okay, that was a 13. So.
Right. Yeah. So you're stuck in his chokehold still.
Okay.
And he's like, Granny, you might be better at this. And he's just like squeezing harder on Bertie's neck.
Better at what? Fighting?
Making
What-
things
was-
pretty.
Was that an insult?
I'm so confused. Can I try and get out again?
I'm just taking a look.
After he punches you.
After he punches me. Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Oh man. So, what I'm gonna do? Oh, actually, do I have other things? No, that's all life-based stuff. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cast Spirit Guardians.
What do I need to roll for this?
Well, don't worry, because he's designated as someone who's not gonna get hurt by them.
Oh, okay. So what does it look
So
like?
no one's
What
gonna
is
get
your-
hurt by them, but a bunch of Spirit Guardians approach. Are summoned around me, and I'm like, normally they show up to like defend me. They're like maybe like icing type spirits. So
Okay.
gooey spirits, and they show up ready for a fight. But then I'm like, oh no, boys, that's not today. Instead, can you cheer for this man who's quite strong?
Well, that's
No,
terrifying.
All right.
Can you
And
make a
then bunch
performance
of
check
gooey-
for that? Yeah.
a bunch of the gooey spirits are like, hey, go.
Go ahead and roll for a performance for that. That is a good use of Spirit Guardians.
Arguably the best.
Conjure up your own audience. Yeah.
Because it's such a good use and it's a 3rd level spell, can I have advantage on the roll?
You could give him inspiration. Yeah.
Yeah, you get a vote in the chat for inspiration. Vote in the chat.
Oh.
Yays or
Well, I
nays?
rolled a 12.
they didn't yay it. So yeah, 12. Okay. He looks at you and he's like, well, better than the last one. And then he proceeds to like throw a punch
Oh,
at
excellent.
Bertie's head. Oh, he rolled like crap. It was an 11 to hit.
Yeah, that's nothing.
Okay. So
I've realised I've got a
he,
double
like,
attack. Can I hit twice?
hell yeah.
I didn't even realise that. Yeah, okay.
So
we'll
he
do that
tries to
next time.
punch you in the chainmail, right? And then like you feel it, but it's not enough to actually like damage you. So yeah, go ahead. Make if you want to.
Can I hit while I'm being grappled or not?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, let's do
It's
that.
restrained where you can't hit back.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, let's just try and punch him in the face a few times. Okay, my first one's a 9, so it's a miss. My second one is a 11, so I'm guessing that's also a miss.
Yeah. So yeah, this time you can't really gauge where his helmet is, and just jock him twice in the head. But can you make a performance check this time, as well?
This is not good for me. A 13.
13. Yeah. So he looks. He punches, and then he's every time you hit him, like you hit him twice, right? He just lets out a loud ah! Even though like you don't feel it connecting.
Oh. Well, thank you for being a good sport, mister. I really would appreciate being out of this headlock.
And he's like, keep quiet.
Oh, yes.
Just act like it hit.
Okay. Can I do that?
So, do Bun G or Claire want to do anything as well to impress Mr. Chocolate Porridge?
The Spirit Guardians are gonna keep cheering. I don't know if you want to re-roll for that, but they stick around for a while, so Bun G is gonna be like, no guys, come on, like put some heart into it.
Yeah, I roll another performance to see how they change, whether they change for the better or for the worst.
This one. Yeah. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, nice. Yeah, so like the spirit gardens begin to chant in synchrony with the punching and the roars, and he's like, the performances are beautiful, yeah. And then at this point he lets go of Bertie. He walks over to the small podium that he has, and he takes out this massive chocolate longsword, and then he's just gonna swing down on Bertie. For another 11 to hit.
Well, that's a miss again.
Yeah.
I mean, now that we're using weapons, I feel like I've been at a
That's an
disadvantage.
escalation.
This is.
Yeah.
I thought we were just play fighting, but now this is this is some serious business. Well, can I try and hit him with my longsword then?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, all right. That is a 13.
I believe
and
Cam
then
wants to give you inspiration.
22. I think that was for before. Okay, I hit with a what? I hit with a 13, which I presume doesn't hit, and then a 22.
Oh, the 22 hits.
Okay, let's roll damage on that.
Oh, you have advantage on attacks, so
Do I?
because he's fairy fired. So.
Oh, snap! Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, he is.
So okay, I guess I hit that for that one, which was a 12 damage, 12 slashing damage,
Yeah.
and then I'll hit the second time, which was either an 18 or an 18.
18 hits. Go ahead and roll for damage as well.
Okay. And that is another. That's another 12 damage. Can I just pop action surge as well? I might just pop action surge and do it again. I feel like
Two more attacks, right?
yeah, 2 more attacks. I feel like we should just go for it
Like
at this point.
Go ahead.
That's a 14 or a 14 to hit.
Is Fairy Fire like perma advantage?
I mean, it lasts for a while,
For a
or
minute?
it's concentration. But since I'm not getting hit,
Yeah. Oh,
Right.
this is hilarious.
This feels pretty
I
fun
love
for
it.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah. 14
Go ahead
to
and roll your
hit.
2 more hits.
So a 19.
Yeah, 19 hits.
Okay, my damage for that is 10.
All right.
And then did
And
I
you
hit?
have one more.
I rolled a 14 for that one. Did that not hit?
Oh, 14 didn't hit.
Okay, yeah, that was it.
So you slash him 3 times, and then he takes a step back, and then he just like super flexes. He's like, ah, yeah. Can you make one more performance check?
Yeah. That's a 5.
Okay. And he's like, oh, that was almost perfect, but you missed the last one. And then he takes another swing at you with his longsword.
Cool.
17.
That's a miss.
17 still misses. Okay.
Yeah. I'm a chunky
So-
boy.
He swings it. Is there anything that you guys want to do in between?
Yeah, beg him to stop hitting me.
Oh yeah, he's escalated to a sword.
Yeah. Are you not
Yeah.
entertained? Should we go for that?
So with let's revisit spirit guardians.
Yep.
I don't think I can change who is or is not hurt during the
Yeah.
spell. Was that correct?
Or Claire, if you have any ideas.
Mm. Claire will cast heat metal on his armor.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, we'll
And it
reflavor
and
it to heat
it makes
chocolate.
it makes it glow, right?
Delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he probably thinks it's cool because it's now glowing.
Yeah.
But
How much damage is that? I know heat metal is
he
an
needs
insane
to-
amount of damage.
Any creature in contact with the object takes 2d8 fire damage.
And is he made of chocolate, and therefore he might melt? If his
You'll find that out.
metal is
Yeah.
oh, okay.
So he takes 14 damage.
Oh, that's a lot.
And I can use that. It just every round it does damage to him if I use an
Yeah.
action, a bonus action. But
Go ahead and roll a performance check there as well.
see how much he likes his glowing armor.
Yeah.
5.
You guys are rolling so bad on the performance though.
It's not glowing very bright. It's just a very dull glow, and he is underimpressed by the glow of his own armor burning
Yeah.
him.
This
then
sucks.
he's like, it's brighter inside than it is outside. Okay. Yeah,
Terribly critical.
Bertie or Bun G, if there's anything you guys want to do.
I'm going to cast spiritual weapon
Okay.
and have. I don't know how you're wielding your weapon, Bertie. Is it a two-hander or is it
It's a one-hander.
nice? Well, for flavor's sake, I have a spiritual weapon. You can't even touch it or grab it, but I'll have like another weapon up here and like your offhand.
Okay, all right.
And like you're not even like it's hand out, but it's still there and like
Cool.
moves around with you.
Hey, just put it on the other side. Make me look like Darth Maul, and then like.
Oh that's that's way better. Yeah. So it's just like now the blade's on the other side, but maybe it's not always.
Yeah, can you
straight.
make it go
Like, flips around on its own to,
out like
to get
the-
the extra hits in.
I love it if it went
Uh,
out like Darth
yeah.
Maul's one did in the film. That'd be great.
I like it. It's gonna make its own attack as you swing
Yep.
it around.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Should we include this in my
and-
attack?
No, it's
I mean,
Well, like,
mechanically
is
it happens now.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Fine.
Flavorfully, it can happen at the same time. Yeah, I think that's fine. That's up to the GM, of course. I've got a 17 to hit.
Yeah, 17 just hits. Go ahead and roll for
Then
damage.
My damage is 6 plus 3, so 9. 9 damage with the spiritual weapon.
So, you manage to slash him with the spiritual weapon at his thighs, and then make that last performance check just to see how good it is.
Performance. You can tell by my reaction how good it is. 7.
7. Okay. You slash his thighs, and then he falls to his knees, and then he starts. No one's watching our shows anymore. All our performances are not exciting anymore.
Oh no, I'm sorry, mate. I didn't realise that's what the problem was.
And he's like this hulking, melting chocolate armor around him.
Oh man, he's been bloodied up. Oh, ladies, perhaps we could maybe suggest some things that could brighten up the circus. Perhaps, I could try my hand at dragon riding. Perhaps, I think I've more than shown my abilities before. No, actually, maybe that's not the best idea.
We don't have any dragons.
Oh, well, that is a problem. What have I got that could help him?
I'll go up to him. I'm gonna cure wounds on this poor boy.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it at a level 2. 9, 12. 12 points of healing.
All right. Cool. Yeah.
Chocolates, if you want to attract more business, you should start with this place. She looks around. The tents are kind of old and tattered, and
Yeah, they're
the costumes
terrifying.
are faded. Yeah, and like there's just a bunch of hulking people walking around with armor and weapons because they're doing combat stuff. And
You need to
This is not a
diversify your
very-
staff, young man.
not a very family-friendly place, no?
You're right. People tend to bring their kids. Parents have told me that it's unexpected. You're right. Well, I enjoyed that fight. It was pretty nice, except for that time that you missed with the fourth strike. It would have been perfect.
Yeah, I'm a little bit confused by it in all honesty, Mr. Chocolate Porridge. But yeah, it was an excellent fight. Thank you for not beating my face in too badly.
Yeah, you're a good dodgy boy. Well,
That's what my
You're
mother
here
always
for-
said.
It was a wonderful fight.
Thank you, ladies, for
Gumdrops,
watching.
was it?
Yeah.
That,
yes,
that's my
please.
side business.
Oh,
And then he takes out this small bag and he's like, "Who's it for?" And he passes the bag to you guys.
I'm not sure we're supposed to say. Are we, ladies?
Yeah.
Bun, Claire,
Sure, I
are
don't
we?
remember.
Well, I mean, only the king likes to take it from me, but I don't know why he never does it himself.
Oh, well, I don't feel like we should be disclosing this information.
All
Kinda
right,
like-
it's cool, man.
Yeah, it's for a friend. You know, for a friend.
Got it. And then you see one of the glowing eyes just wink at you guys.
Lovely stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you for your time.
then he
Thank you
sits
for
down
beating
and,
me
like,
up.
Yeah. He sits down in a meditative position and he's like, "I'm gonna think about it. Thanks for the advice, people."
Do you have any flyers we could hand out? Because we're wandering around, and perhaps we could hand out some flyers along the way.
And he's just like, "Wow, you guys should hang out here more. You guys are full of ideas."
Yeah. Well, we do our best, don't we? All right. Claire, you've been holding the gumdrops before. I think you're quite careful. Perhaps you should be in charge of these.
Of course, of course. She'll put it in the bag with the bottle, I guess. So,
And with that, I think it's a great time to take a quick 5-minute break.
Okay.
okay,
How's that look?
sounds good.
For all of you who are watching, thank you so much for hanging out. Feel free to write ! whoever his name, and you'll be able to see their channels and you can follow them. We'll be taking a quick 5-minute break, right? So yeah, see you guys in a bit. We'll just go for a quick wee-wee, and peace out.